Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Currency. Wow, can you believe it? We're in September already, and we have so much to celebrate. It's spring, it's Heritage Month. There's so much happening. We've got to celebrate that we have been, some of our lockdown restrictions have been lifted, which means that a lot of our entrepreneurs can get out there and actually get back into business. And, one of the only things that is going to stimulate the South African economy is entrepreneurship. And I think it's so important that we touch on these issues and really delve into the struggles, the successes, all of those types of things that entrepreneurs are experiencing out there. So today I have Sam from Womandla joining us. What a treat, guys. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, Sam.
Thank you, Martine. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Wow. Please, Sam, tell our viewers some of the amazing achievements and what you're doing out there.
Wow, so awesome. As you know, I have a PR and marketing consultancy called the Womandla Global Network, and really is a public relations and communications consultancy. And we do brand development, social media and digital media, CSI, corporate social responsibility, like strategies for other companies. That's the consultancy in a nutshell. And within that, we have our own foundation called the Womandla Foundation. This was me trying to really empower women with their businesses because, marketing and PR are seen as soft skills. But they are so much important. And if I can offer help, I do so. And if women support each other, amazing things can happen.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, I truly believe, and the one thing that I love about your services is that you do offer PR marketing, to small businesses. I believe that PR and marketing is probably the heartbeat of any business.
Absolutely.
You're the expert. I just want you to share with the entrepreneurs and our viewers out there, what is the importance of it and how do we tackle these things? How do we change the mindset? What does it do for you?
Right. So many people don't actually understand what PR is or what it encapsulates. And I'd like to explain firstly, public relations is not just, media relations. There's so much that goes into it. Besides dealing with media as a platform, that could be digital, social, or traditional media, meaning TV and radio. What we do is amplify a brand, be it a personal brand or a product or service kind of brand. And so for people to get to know about it, there is a whole PR process that has to go into play. And that's, forming a communication strategy. How are we going to communicate to our target audience? What platforms does our target audience use? And how are we going to use those things together to make sure that the audience, for whatever product or service, gets the message? So the how comes into play. And that's when marketing and advertising comes in. That's when you punt in some money and you use, adverts for certain things, and your marketing will deal with all the information about the product or the brand or whatever the case may be. But the PR function is really to make sure that all those messages are put together and communicated well. So that can also be crisis communications. With COVID happening right now, I cannot imagine what the presidency's office is going through with their PR.
I don't even want to think about it.
So it's all of those things. And of course, using TV, using media, just to get word out there. Because if no one knows about your business, then it's really, someone once said, it's like winking at a girl at night. They won't see that you're actually interested, right? So that's what PR does, It makes people interested in the product or service.
So for someone that's just starting out, Sam, what would you recommend is the three most important things that they need to remember when they're trying to get their brand out there, and what are the platforms that are available to them, mostly free of charge or even at very low cost?
So my advice is firstly is to seek counsel and advice. Get a consultant just for a meeting, just to audit where you are, where are you appearing. That shouldn't cost too much because it is one meeting where you discuss really what platforms the person is using. Because I'm pretty sure that they will know something about, oh, there is a track record of what's working and what's not. And for most small businesses, your WhatsApps work, and that's free. And there are even network providers who offer free bundles for WhatsApp. There's, Facebook, which is Facebook Lite. I mean, so there are so many cost-effective ways with social media platforms, and there are many. So WhatsApp is actually one. Facebook is another. But it also depends on the industry. So if your product is very image focused, then you'd use Instagram, because that's the kind of platform that appeals to people, and that is image focused. So it is quite key to firstly go get advice, go get your advice, get a social media audit, and then choose the right platforms to use, and make relationships, make friends with people. You have no idea how word of mouth is still very much key in spreading the word about your product and your service.
Sam, one thing that I have noticed with entrepreneurs through coaching is that they have this fear of dealing with people, or the interpersonal skills, because we've become so accustomed to talking on our screens. And you've just mentioned go and work the room. Do you think that your network had anything to do with your success?
Absolutely. So with public relations, stakeholder management is really simplified, is working relationships, and building relationships and keeping constant communication. And that's how you build a relationship. So it might not be always phoning and spamming someone, but it's popping in now and again to check how they are. It's looking at their social media and say, wow, I saw you were in Durban. How was that? It is just a check-in, just so that both of you are in each other's faces or each other's mind. And if you do have a new product or service, then in that conversation say, hey, guess what I'm doing? Yada, 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 yada. I've just launched this. If you are interested, or anyone and then there, Bob's your uncle.
You have recently won a accolade, and please tell us what it is and how did that happen? That's so exciting. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you so much. So a local government here in Cape Town recently awarded me the Hero of the Month award for Cape Town, and that was during Youth Month, and really because they were recognizing me as a young person making a difference in the community, and that was through the Womandla Foundation. And really the foundation was birthed here, and a lot of our activities happen here, even though we have now been more widespread nationwide. But they thought, to recognize Sam as the hero, the local hero of Cape Town.
Fantastic. Well done. It is so
Thank
amazing.
you.
And, not only during youth, but the fact that, you're a woman and doing big things. It's
Absolutely.
really incredible. And we wish you an absolutely amazing, Heritage Month as well. And we look forward to welcoming you back at some point. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Sam. Okay, guys, so to recap some of the tidbits and some of the advices that Sam has given us is number one, absolutely be intentional about your business. Know what your business intention is, and your marketing and PR should talk directly to your intention of your business, or to the services and the products that you're offering. And then the other thing that, or one of the more important things that Sam has told us is that, you need to absolutely plan. It is critical for every business to go into a planning mode so that everything ties in together. And then one of the most critical things that Sam has said to us as well is that, build relationships, whether it be on the digital platforms, and when things open up post COVID, when there are events, actually go and build the relationships, because you are your brand, and the relationships that you build will form that emotional connection to your brand. Our economy is 150% reliant on small business, and not only small business, that is emerging small businesses, but the micro small businesses, the side hustles. We need that so much right now. We wish you the absolute best of luck. Please do tune in with us again. We will be giving you a lot of more encouraging stories so that we can help you along your path of entrepreneurship. We thank you so much for your continued support, and we look forward to hearing from you. So pop us a message, follow us on social media so that we can interact and we can keep in touch with you. Thank you so much. Until next week.